coming down into the creek crossing here, and I've definitely got tracks. It looks like down both sides of this animal. I'll just walk down and try and work out what this one has done. Sit. Sit. It's coming back uphill. This could quite easily be the bits that we've got on the front of the vehicle now. If we caught her in a back foot, which is usually an animal that's caught by surprise. So it's been right through here and it hasn't committed, hasn't gone in on any of these sets. It's been too cunning. Be interesting now to see what's on the camera, to see what it's done. Yeah. So I might put a squeaker here as well. It might have been just that little bit extra that made that dog go in on that set. The dogs are hot. Time for a bogey. Bogey, 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 bogey. You don't even know bogey yet, do you? Come on. Bogey, bogey. Bogey, bogey. Bogey, bogey. Two dogs have come along here because one's walked up each vehicle mark from last night, so does look good. Looks like they've got past there, got past those traps. So it'll be good to evaluate this here now and just work out what they are doing. Sit. Sit. Okay. So they haven't come through this one. They appear that they've come straight down the track, following the fence along. I might need to set a couple, maybe in the sand down here in the creek, right down low. Might even set one right in the middle of the track. Interesting. They haven't used the tracks there, they've actually gone there. Around here. Okay, there's another track there, so I might set one here, maybe one on the other side. So I've come out here on a different direction from where we've been laying the traps to see if I could find some dog sign. And over that side there, like there's very little, one hole set on the road. And I got here to a long line that's leading into a water trough, and just have a look at this. That is solid. That's either one dog going back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, or there's quite a few dogs here. I wouldn't be surprised if there's 2 or 3 dogs that are using this as their regular entry to the water. That's definitely the most dog sign I have seen on any property probably this year. Doesn't mean that there's a lot of dogs. To me, it could be that they're really using this track. But whichever way, that's fantastic. We'll set this up to the best of our ability. Okay, what I've done is I've put 2 traps over here in this pile of logs. I'm working on the idea that these tracks mean something. They're coming down here to water. If they come in here, I'll have the 2 traps there in that pile of logs. I've got a dead chicken that I've put in there. It's pretty smelly. Put in the pile of logs underneath some spinifex, so it's pretty hard to get at, but they can smell it. 2 there, a line of feathers across the road here that should make them at least look visually and smell. I'm going to put a dominant dog urine here in the middle of the road, right next to where they're walking, just to get one to walk across here if I can. And I think I'll put another one over there. So 4 sets, and then let's get the heck out of here. I'm not even going to go further down there. I think I'll just leave this as the main run that I want to use. Let them come into this and see what we can get. Straight in there behind us. Look at just put moss out, and she ran along the road, and then she pulled up and she did a big pee on the side of the road, and she went round and round with the tail up, scenting hard. And I thought, she's telling me something, so I put 2 in there really quickly. It's nearly dark. Let's get the heck out of Dodge. Ready for another day, Mossy Moo? Self-sorted out, you pair. And the little man. These dogs just get so interested with the trapping. I see a few people have commented saying, doesn't it sort of upset your dogs when they see, another dog getting trapped? And it's contrary to that completely. These dogs understand what a dingo is. They understand that these things will kill them. That there's no love lost at all. And when you get one caught, they want it shot. They want it shot, and they want to get a chance to get in there and give it a chew. As a good mate of mine would always say, there's no nursing homes in the bush. If you're out here and you're sick or you're weak or you're old, you die horribly. There's not many peaceful deaths out in this place. Well, it's a dead beast there. I've just set one trap up behind it on a little stump, just with a little bit of urine. Try and keep away from the crows and the birds there. But bit of bad death. Looks like one dog coming on there at the moment. There's not a lot of sign on it, but it's worth a trap. We'll just watch it and see what happens over the next couple of days. There's a lot of cattle working in this area here, so it's going to make it tough to keep a trap in there, but we'll see. Yeah, dogs don't have to use the tracks. You can just walk wherever they want to. It just goes that they like to use the tracks. I think they see it as like a game trail, and it's their game trail. They don't realise it's been put in by a grader and a dozer. So usually, if they are using an area, you'll see at least some tracks on your road. It's a pretty good sort of central meeting place here. I might put the dogs out, let them have a run round, and let them tell me where they believe a dog will come into, and we might set 1 or 2 traps here, probably 2. Hunt him up, Brandon. Find him, find him, find him. Where's the dingo? Where's the dingo? What you got there, Mossy? An old scat. Good dogs. Old dog scat on top of that. Good dogs. Well done. Well done. Good dogs. Another good marking tree there. Both of them scenting on that tree. Our trap is up here on top of those tree roots. We'll survive the best intentions of those cattle. A lot of times that's what you've got to be able to do. Get a trap in around the cattle, find a way to make it survive, and then if it gets a couple of days to get the human scent off it and settle in, usually you'll catch a dog if there's one there. You've got to be careful hooking along these roads here because you hit patches of bull dust, and it can be solid hard going, solid hard roads, and then you'll hit something that's just, powder, a foot deep powder. And if you're not hanging on to the wheel, literally you can flip one of these little girls just so quick. And there's been some really tragic accidents like that. Some come to mind that are just shocking. And, It happens so quickly, so easily. Well, we've come down here to one of the furthest yards, cattle yards on the property, and they lost a cow here the other day through an accident in the yard, so they just dragged her down over from the point of this hill here. Put her on the flat. Well, she's pretty well swollen up, and we just did a little drive around it carefully without getting out. All there is bird tracks. There's no sign of that beast having been touched by a dog yet. So they'll find it, but it's when. So what I'll do is I'll probably come back off it here to these trees and just set a couple of traps here, try and keep them so the cattle don't wreck them, and get them in here and established. And over the next few days, things might happen. Okay, we're coming down here now to where we found that big roo killed yesterday. Fresh tracks on the road here coming down into this nice little gully. So what I think I'll do, I'll go and check the roo up here, but on the way back, I'll set up probably 2 traps here. And good little pinch point. Yep. Right, this is an interesting one. The dogs have been here overnight and they've had a feed off this big kangaroo. And the traps are just over here. Haven't got anywhere near them. Right, haven't touched them. Yeah, my scent was around this roo. I got out and I walked around here, so yeah, they're not interested in those other scents. We've got a lot of birds here. We've got cattle here. I'm going to try and put a couple of blind traps in, I reckon. Just a couple of blinds off the back of this roo, and see if we can get one just to come in here, because these dogs look like they're super hawky, but not impossible. Right, I'll go out here now and check the couple of traps we got down this line. Oh, what's that number? 35 for the day so far. You get used to opening and shutting gates. It's all good. What are you doing, little buddy? Don't you fall out? No. I haven't been too far along this track here yet, so let's go up here and see where these dogs might have been coming from. You never know, you get up here and it could be a dead beast. Or it might have been that they just killed a roo up here and they're over here for, a few days eating that roo, and then they've moved on. The water troughs are shut down here all except one. But there could be another water trough up here with water still in it. So try and put all the pieces of the jigsaw puzzle together. So what we might be seeing are tracks for when the troughs were open here and the water was here and the game was here. Now we've got a few roos left, but the dogs might have moved on. So let's find where they are. Right, we've come up onto the next fence line here, and we've got cattle. And we've got a water trough in behind us here that's got water in it. So that's where the dogs are. They might be still here. And I see a kangaroo hopping over there, so we probably haven't got roos so much living in here anymore, but they'll be out here behind us. So it's a good chance these dogs are still in this area. I reckon 2 more traps just here somewhere. You gonna show us where? Brandon? Honey muff. dingo. Yeah, we've got a scat right there. Okay, they came along in front of us, and there's a dingo scat right on that cow pat, and they've gone marked on it. So that's as good a place as any to have a blind trap. I'll put a blind there, plenty of dog tracks. So I'll put a trap there, and I might put another one. I'll put another one on the side of the road here somewhere, just on the, maybe on this bank, the food-based lure, and have two traps here in case we get a dog come along and go to their signal spot. Just sitting here looking ahead of us, like 10 metres ahead, I can see we've had a dog straight down the wheel mark. That's 2 nights in a row. The dog has come through here and it's walked straight down the wheel mark and won't commit. So what I think I'll do is I'll put a blind trap right there, right on the edge of the wheel mark, so we can still drive through. And I'll try and put something there that, just to see if I can get it to take one step off that track. Now, what would it be? If it's a bitch, this time of the year, chasing food maybe a bit more. Could be a young dog. I don't think there's urine on these sets here, and a squeaker. It hasn't gone near it. This could be really, really trap shy dogs. Okay, a blind trap at least, and I'll think about it. What do you reckon we should use, Brandon? Brandon? I quickly had a look at the photos on the trail camera on the Browning on the first trap set in this laneway, and it shows 2 dogs. My eyesight's not good enough on those little screens to exactly see the date and time, but I think the 2 dogs came through last night, and they didn't commit, they didn't go close, they just sort of stood back off the area. Now that's probably because my scent is on the ground there. Yeah, hawky dogs, righto. I think they'll make a mistake. Let's check all the rest of the traps, and then I'll evaluate the situation and see whether I need to change things up or whether I need to put extra traps in. I'm still hopeful that they'll make a mistake on one of the other sets up here. Let's go and have a look. I come along here and there's a whole heap of tracks from last night going through this sand, through this loose sand patch. And this is where these dogs have been dodging the traps. I've just been walking past them. They won't commit, they won't go in. Not yet anyway. So I've set one up right on the side of that wheel track. Okay, so all it needs is the dog to go one step up. I've been dragging a roo around with me to put a scent on the road. So I've put that there by that little sucker, that one little gum sucker, and I've put a blind trap there as well. So basically 2 blind traps there. 2 dogs. The next trap set are the ones in this creek here. I've got 2 traps. So I'm going to put another blind one off the side of them as well. So if they want to just stay off it like 5 or 6 feet, righto, let's see what happens. Don't come smooching up. Get out, the mucky mongrel. Get out. It's too cold for that sort of stuff. She's a cold morning, but yep, part of the job. What do you reckon, Cook? He's keen. He's on my lap most of the day. Looking around. Nothing. Alright, on to the next one. What do you reckon, Cook? Oh, still cold, mate. Still cold. Toughen up, little fella. There's worse ahead. Right, we come up to this far creek crossing here, and to check it, it looks like it's compromised as well straight away. As soon as I get here, look at this, straight under it. Dog tracks right there. Pig. Dog. Yeah, so this is a highway for them here. Look at this. Dog tracks everywhere. Okay, this is a great place to trap, right here. I'll need a bit of repair work, and I think I can get across on this harder sand down here. I'll get across there pretty good. I won't attempt it on this real soft stuff. A heap of dog tracks here. Yeah, so great idea, these fences, and they're quite well done, but they really do need, like, as soon as there's a flood and it's down, you've got to be here. You've got to be here, fix them up. Thank you, little man. I just dropped the turkle for you right there. Good boy. Righto, I reckon a set of 3 here. Put one right where Mossy is. Maybe one up the bank here a little bit on that tussock. One over the other side. Yeah, dog central. Heading down on a tractor I haven't driven before. I think it'll swing me right back around to where that big dead red roo was. Well, I'm thinking that we are going to catch a dog this morning, so it's all good. We'll just keep going this way. Beautiful big plains here, all buffalo grass. And then you've got the sandalwood sort of camps down here on the edge of the dry creek. This is a classic Australian scenery. This is, you don't get any more classic, iconic than this. Coming up on the set pattern here now where the dead roo was, and I can see ahead. Yeah, big dog. Big dog. I think there could be a second one here too, because it looks like the other log is gone as well. Okay, I think we got a second one because the roo was here, and that dog is on one drag. This second drag is going this way. I reckon we've got a second dog here now. That's on one drag. Right, let's track him down. Hunt him up. Hunt him up. The other drag was a post. Might not have been heavy enough. It hasn't caught up, so he could have gone a fair way, this dog. Well, Brandon's got him. Brandon's got him. Mossy! Mossy, no! Mossy, no! Mossy, no! Right, Mossy, no, come! Mossy, no. That's a good result. Two dogs off the 2 blind sets that we put at the back end of that carcass. So that worked well. That's where, you know, you get the stage where you have to reevaluate your sets and say, well, first lot didn't work, how do I improve it? Put a couple of blinds in, 2 dogs, bang bang.